As a reminder, you have agreed to uh, meet with me and to do a brief client-centered session, and you have also agreed to the recording. And so, again, thank you for that. Um, how are you today?
Doing okay.
Okay. What brings us here today?
Well, I wanted to get some pointers or some tips on how to have a better work life balance.
Okay. And
Work and
if
home
work and home balance, okay.
life balance, yes.
So I understand that you are wanting to have more of a balanced life with work and home.
Yes.
Okay. Also, if I may, at this point, uh, ask you if it's okay if I take notes so that I can refer back to the notes based on what we will be talking about on today.
Sure.
Okay, so you see me writing, that's what I'm writing, just the information that we're talking about, just to keep everything on the forefront to visit, revisit, or whatever the situation may bring. And so, again, I understand that you are seeking for a more balanced life between work and home. Okay.
Yes.
If you don't mind, could you uh, tell me how a typical day is for you?
A typical day. Um, Starts about 6. Um, and I'm up and I'm getting ready for work. I am a school teacher and I'm finding that I'm having to do a lot of things for work that kind of spill over into my home life. And I feel like I'm not getting quality time um, for my family, myself, or other interests or um, things that I need to take care of around my house. I feel like I just don't have enough time. And when I sacrifice and try to do those things regardless, it leaves me tired and on fumes for the next day if I go, out on a limb and try to do some things. And usually I bring work home. So
Okay.
it makes it really, really tough.
Okay. So I understand that you're saying your school teacher, and that oftentimes you're bringing your work home.
Yes.
And then you made a statement about uh, when you're sacrificing. I'm assuming when you're sacrificing your home time, is that what you're saying? Your home time, it often leaves you well, I want to use the words that you use, uh, feeling run over for the next day.
Yes.
Okay. And this is a typical day for you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can understand your concern then if you are bringing work home and then you are sacrificing the time at home to complete these assignments or tasks only to feel tired the next day. And so going into the next day, how does that day look?
I am pushing myself to make it basically to perform the duties of the job effectively. And it just kind of makes it more difficult for me to think on my feet to have that quick turnaround because you have to be um, quick with everything. And quick with children, watching what's happening or being able to pay attention to what's going on with them and even to teach them. So it's a little bit taxing mentally and physically.
I could see that. I could see just hearing you describe your day to day scenario. I could see why you're concerned about it. I could see why you're not only concerned for yourself, but even your students and being able to provide for them the things that they are dependent on you for. So I
Yeah.
could definitely see the concern. And so, um, again, reiterating that it just spills into the next day. And does this happen every day, or is it certain times of the week, certain times of the month?
The spilling over part,
Yes.
sometimes I forfeit doing other things that I like, doing things around the home, um, family events and stuff like that, in order to keep up with the demands of the job. And so, yes, I would say it's happening quite often. I feel like it's overwhelming and out of control, and it's like I want to put it back in its banks, but I don't know how. Not sure how to find that balance and make everything work out, and it makes me unhappy because I feel that way. It's
And,
like I'm missing I'm missing out on life, so to speak, or missing out on the things that make me me, and I want to get back to being able to do those things.
okay. I again pay close attention to the choice of words that you've used, spilling over out of its banks. And so I thank you for sharing this with me because it really drives home that point of things being out of control. Because when I hear spill over out of his banks, that is a depiction of things being out of control. And then you're saying how to put it back in his banks. So I identify with your frustration. And so I'm so glad that you are talking today, or we are talking today about this particular uh, uh, situation, your current situation. And so um, you say you're a classroom teacher. What about the summer times or the holiday times? Does it get better then?
If I if I just throw caution to the wind and don't worry about it, then it might be okay. But this last past summer, um, it didn't go so well. I was not able to so much throw caution to the wind because there was a college course that a lot of teachers were enrolled in, and I was one of them for um, reading academies. Um, it was part of the one of the requirements for the job that you completed this course, and so it I tried working on it after school. I would be just exhausted, couldn't think. It was more than I could deal with, and so it spilled over into the summer, and it took me up until July, which was half of the summer to get it done. It spilled over, and only then did I get it done because there was a deadline, so it forced me to work on a day in and day out to get it done to meet those requirements. So it was very taxing. So no, I don't feel like I always get that time for the holidays and for the summers because there are requirements that people don't seem to realize that teachers have over their summers and even The breaks, there's times when you're still working.
Wow. Okay, I did not know that. So, what is your desire in meeting and discussing your concern of a spillover between your work life and your home life?
I am hoping that I can walk away with some solutions or some suggestions or something that uh, might help me to be able to it's like a vicious cycle, to break that cycle, to be able to balance that time and get back to doing some of the things that I would like to do with my own time, not that it be always spoken for and demanded for.
Looking
So
for
I'm
them.
hoping to walk away with some solutions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's highly possible. So far, we have discussed your the problem or the concern area, and you've mentioned about work spilling into personal life. If you were able to create a day that includes work, how would that day flow in terms of you having a balance, you being able to do some of the things or do the things that you enjoy doing?
I guess it would look like leaving work at work. Like once I'm done, once I'm off, that I'm not bringing the computer or the papers or even having to think about it after those work hours are done. But just to be home, doing whatever it is that I need to take care of, or how about just relaxing, doing nothing, watching a good show and chuckling at the television, just kind of relaxing, and then not have it be on my mind because it's like it's always in the back of my mind. Hey, you need to do this. You need to do this. You got to do this. This is due then. There's a meeting. You need to get ready for. All those kind of things, and they kind of detract and subtract from the things that are most important. I don't think that the job is important, yes, and I have a job to do, but I don't want it to be controlling my life. I don't want it to be the thing that is before everything else, because that's where there's no balance.
Okay, okay. And again, I definitely understand. Even in my line of work, there's always something to do. There's always room for improvement. There's always one more paragraph to write. And so definitely understand. But I also understand that you are desiring a balanced life to where you have work here, family life here, home life here, relaxation here, and then maybe some of the things that you enjoy doing for fun or for
Mhm.
just a sense of enjoyment of your interests. And have you explored uh, those interests uh, in terms of what you would like to do in lieu of or in place of bringing work home? I know you mentioned about just relaxing and watching television. You also mentioned about over the summer taking a college course. Uh, was that more in uh, the area of work or more in the area of some enjoyment you found or working toward a goal that you have?
The college course,
Yes.
was it? No, I feel like the college, well, it was forced because I never would have signed up for it with the tremendous amount of workload that I already have. I never would have signed up for such an extensive course is that it was a 60-hour course. So you're doing the college coursework. So I will have to say, I wish that I had had that time to just fully relax and then be ready to go back. Instead, I felt still overwhelmed and mad, angry, because I felt like something was stolen from me. I felt like some time was taken from me, stolen from me, and I feel like I want it back because that might have allowed me to have more time to relax and get back into the school year. Because the school year, when it starts, you got the trainings for one, and everything is fast and furious, and so you live in life so fast like that. It cannot be a good thing. So that's why I'm seeking solutions as to how to leave work at work and just be done when I'm done.
Excuse me. Okay. So you mentioned about solutions. So what would you advise yourself uh, to do in this current situation where work is spilling over into home life, into Hannah's world, if I may say, into your world, where you would like to do other things? If you got a chance to schedule your day, how would that day look at the point of work is now ending and the other phase of life for you for that day is beginning?
I will probably um, hang out with the family. Um, I like to garden as a way to kind of unwind and relax, but it's been a little bit hot for that. Um, and just being on my own terms, whatever it is that I feel like I want to do, and then a nice little nap wouldn't be a bad idea either. Just just leave it and outside the door and just come in and shut myself in and just find you know just a relaxing time. Just chilling out basically.
Okay.
No worries, no cares. Just don't worry about it.
Okay. So you mentioned three things: hanging out with the family, gardening when it's not too hot, and relaxing or napping. You mentioned napping.
A TV show, a movie. I like to watch the gardening shows.
Okay. Gardening.
Um,
Sure.
a movie. You know, to
Okay.
watch a movie or two before going to bed. Just having that time to say this is Hannah's time to watch a movie or to do nothing if I choose, and not feel like I have that I messed up or that I didn't do what I was supposed to or I didn't take care of my business. That kind of thing.
Okay. So because it's a client-centered session, um, definitely want you as a client to have a large say uh, in your, in this case, schedule in the course of your day. And so you do have that power, I guess I could call it, an ability to arrange your day. And so because you have that power and ability, it is a matter of you determining what you want to do, like, and then carrying it out. So if you had to choose one of those items for tomorrow, what item would you choose to do at the point of your workday ending in your personal time beginning?
Probably hanging out with the family and then uh tending to my garden.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's important uh to me as a release, and then it gives back because the work that you put in, you get to see it and you get to admire what you've done. So that relaxes me and helps me, you know, as you put in and it didn't stress you out. It just helped to calm you down and relax you. And it's pretty.
That sounds pretty interesting. I envision as you're talking a garden. And you're getting to choose what you want in it, how much of that you want in it, and you get to choose, I guess, a variety of different things that you want in your garden. So you get to create, and that
Hmm.
sounds very rewarding.
It's
And,
to me um, relaxing and therapeutic all at the same time.
okay. And so going forward, we just met on today, so this is the first time we've met and discussed this. Going forward, how will your day look, or how will tomorrow look for you?
Honestly, I don't know. I have an idea what I would like for it to look like, but as soon as tomorrow, I don't think I will have been able to make the changes that I'd like to make.
Okay.
So I think I would need time to try to figure out how best to do that. Uh, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Right now, I couldn't tell you how to get the wheel started. I wish I could say I'm just going to do it, but I don't know that that's going to be feasible.
And I think that's
Matter of
fair.
fact, I don't think it is.
I think that's fair. You saying that, in fact, that's very encouraging that you recognize that. And so, with that, uh, since you're unable to do it tomorrow, going forward, when do you think that you may be able to implement it?
Perhaps on the weekend, if I'm able to get um, things for school done in the next couple of days so that I might have the weekend. That's what I try to do. It doesn't always work out just that way, um, but I try.
That sounds like
It doesn't.
a great plan. I understand that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it sounds like a great plan. And what I heard you say is that basically getting some things in order on the work end so that you can have that weekend to do those items or enjoy your time or enjoy your family or enjoy your personal space. Uh, I think that's a great plan, and I'm excited about it. And I would definitely want to hear uh, about the outcome. You know, and I want to encourage you to do make this a priority as you have because a it was important enough for you to talk to someone about. B, uh, obviously is something that is uh, priority in your thinking. And then C, you are desiring an outcome. As I've heard you say that you would want pointers uh, in order to accomplish this. And what I'm finding is that you are pretty much answering your own questions.
Hmm.
And again, uh, client centered session is pretty much what that's about, self actualization. And so you are uh, realizing what's available at your fingertips, and you're taking charge. And that's very exciting that you're taking charge, or you could complain about it and live like this for the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. But you're saying, no, I want a better quality of life. You started off the session saying, I want a better quality of life. And I like that you have set um, the course for what you want, and you want balance. And so that's great. And so even if you are doubling up on the work or working in advance so that you can have the summer, I mean, I'm sorry, the weekend available, I think that's a great strategy that you've come up with. And even if it's for 20 minutes that you're able to do this, or 30 minutes, or 10 minutes, it's a start. It's a start of you regaining back the space that you said is an overspill or
Hmm.
coming out of your veins. What do you think about that?
I agree. I'm just hoping that I'm able to pull it off, so to speak, or to make it happen.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to find out, A, if you would like to meet again to do a follow up, and B, I will be excited to find out how did it work out in terms
Okay.
of working ahead, and then setting out the time and taking the time to do what makes Hannah happy, or that something that Hannah wants to do.
Okay.
So going forward, your your assignment that you've given yourself is
To
excuse me.
I think I've already prioritized things. So now just um trying to make more of an effort to uh carry out my plans and try not to let anything get in the way of it. So try it. We'll see.
Okay, that sounds promising. And uh, how? What are your thoughts about the increment or the interval of time? If it's 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes starting out.
That's probably best to start off with some small increment of time and then uh see if I can build it. Might work, I can try it, see how it goes.
Okay. Well, we're definitely rooting for you, Hannah. It sounds like a great plan that you've come up with. Uh, I I think it will work out for you because you it obviously understand the importance of your work life, being responsible and productive, but also recognizing that in your personal life, being productive and being responsible to yourself and your family is a good balance. And so, going forward, I think that plan. We'll see what the plan yields, and see where you need to tweak it or do more of it. Hopefully, and so again, thank you for feeling comfortable to share that your current situation or current place that you are in your professional life and the struggle of having a balance or providing a balance, creating a balance, and maintaining a balance. So again, thank you for that. Also, thank you for allowing me to take notes in writing. I just didn't want you to think that I was not paying attention. I was paying attention, but I wanted to make sure we address the things that are concerning to you. Okay. And so, again, thank you. And look forward to finding out how the outcome of what you have identified and wish to implement.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.